What red-blooded boy doesn't sometimes dream of being a fireman? It's where the action is. Well, thousands of volunteers do realize this dream. In Freeport, Long Island, Fire Chief Lou Medaglia is a case in point. A master mechanic by trade, he's had 19 years of firefighting experience, and he heads a force of nearly 400 other volunteers. What is more, they have first-class machines and equipment supplied by a grateful community. It's this balance between town pride and love of adventure that makes the best volunteer. Take John Boland, who drives the tiller of this hook and ladder. John has a job with the Freeport Electric Department, and one of his responsibilities is the town street lights. He's an outdoor man, and his vocational skills and physical fitness make him a natural as a volunteer fireman. Another's his availability, since he lives and works in town. Every truck has 8 alternate drivers to make sure it moves at the dread call of fire. When the whistle blows, everything goes. About 450 times a year, some emergency calls these volunteers out, and they work well together. They know their town, they know their jobs. The real McCoy can bring them out in the middle of the night on the coldest, wettest, or hottest days of the year. And the chief and his men often face real danger. Battling fires under tough conditions soon separates the men from the boys. This fraternity demands courage, training, and teamwork. And it reaches to other towns when major crises occur. County-wide cooperation also means something else. It means friendly competition to keep everyone on his toes. Periodic parades and contests match volunteer firemen of many towns against each other. By their size, their color, and the excitement they bring to every spectator, they're just as wild as a roaring rodeo. The strongest and swiftest firemen for miles around. Naturally, they've come by car, all of them bright red ones. Prizes await, and this year a 6-foot perpetual trophy is added to the spoils. Freeport Mayor Robert Sweeney bids everyone welcome, and competition begins. The Malvern Chipmunks, no slouches they, have entered a team in a 3-man ladder. Last man up stops the timer. Simple escalation, you might say, but this requires teamwork, starting at the bottom and getting to the top rung by rung. Next event, the running ladder. In their bright red suits, the Rockville Center screwballs run, dig, and throw that ladder up against the arch. And before it's even set, a teammate is scampering to the top. Their team names are as colorful as their engines. These are the Baldwin Go Boys, and do they ever go, go, go? Oyster Bay, Long Island was the home of Theodore Roosevelt, and its present-day volunteers call themselves the Teddy Boys. Here they compete in the running hose. Racing against the clock, they must connect to a hydrant, uncouple a 4th hose length, attach a nozzle, and trip the target with a stream of water. This requires split-second timing. If water gets to that nozzle first, you might just as well stop and start over. And sometimes that doesn't help. A variation on this fireman's game is the efficiency. You pull out the hose as though from the bed of a fire truck, making all connections as you go. If no one goofs, it comes out here. The next group call themselves the Stewart Manor Stumblers, and they stumble in fine manner. Officials keep careful records, and they time events to 100th of a second. Final event of fireman sportsdom is the wackiest of all, the Bucket Brigade. A pail of water is the most primitive fire extinguisher known, but it serves a tournament function. For this is a test of stamina and strength, especially for those men on the ladder. Buckets are made of canvas or nylon and hold 3 or 5 gallons each. 45 gallons must get into the drum on top of the arch by huffing and puffing and dashing and splashing. When the tank is filled, well, men will be boys. Now let's watch the East Norwich Spooks. A splash-happy bunch if you ever saw one. It's really raining buckets now, but nothing dampens their spooky spirits. Don't get near this water, daughter. Here's a cool ghoul. Ladders up and water down. From Atlantic to Pacific, these are firemen volunteers at play.